Breanna Stewart basically confirms they're not getting anything they want in the CBA. The CBA offer is a joke, a slap in the face, a spit in the face, and the players will go on strike. They're going to go on strike, y'all. This is happening. I think this is going to come to a crashing.
Did Breanna Stewart just launch a full-scale offensive against WNBA owners? Oh, absolutely. The league's brightest stars aren't merely dribbling and shooting anymore. They're gearing up for a strategic showdown with billionaires. And guess what? It's officially checkmate season. What started as quiet locker room grumblings has exploded into serious strike chatter. The WNBA has flipped the entire narrative, and the ride ahead promises to be nothing short of electrifying.
Week, the WNBA players decided, you know what? July 4th week, we are going to start playing out these CBA negotiations in the court of public opinion. We're going to air our grievances. Every time we get in front of a camera, we're going to complain, we're going to whine, and then hopefully enough fans, enough supporters are going to get on our side and start holding up their pitchforks and torches, marching at the door of Kathy Engelbert, screaming at the owners, "We want more money, we want more money, give the players what they want." And hopefully they're expecting that the owners are saying, oh yeah, sure, here, you want my watch too? Here.
The owners figured they could toss out a sparkly crumb and call it a banquet. That flashy new CBA proposal? Nothing more than a participation trophy masquerading as real progress. Here, take this half-hearted deal and put on a happy face for the cameras. But this time, the players didn't play along. They scoffed, they laughed, and then, with unwavering unity, declared, absolutely not.
Told you the celebration was over. I am sure the diva of Dump Divas, Kat Engelbert, I'm sure she thought that everyone was going to be thrilled with the expansion of the WNBA. I'm sure she thought the cities of Cleveland, Philadelphia, Detroit would be throwing parades welcoming unknown dump divers to their city. I'm sure she thought WNBA players would be doing something that they have never done before. Not complaining. I'm sure the dump diva thought, the players have been demanding more money, so I've got the perfect solution. We'll open 3 new dumps, which will give players the opportunity to play more games.
Breanna Stewart's done playing the PR game. She's seen through the charade. That so-called offer didn't even bother to address the real problems. Travel, pay, facilities, basic respect. The message still reeks of be grateful you're here. The lead tried to dress it up as groundbreaking, but strip away the buzzwords and it's the same tired deal, just with a new coat of paint and a lavender candle to mask the stench. A handful of charter flights, a pay bump that still won't cover half a modest apartment in New York. That's not progress. That's placating. And Stewart, along with the rest of the players, isn't buying it.
A proposal from the league, which was honestly a slap in the face. And I think we really have to put an emphasis on the players that are in our league right now. But I love to see the league growing. I think, adding these teams in Philly and Detroit, that's how amazing is that the league can grow. But how cool would it also be to have a little bit expansion on the rosters? Let's focus on the teams that have everything set up right now, and maybe focus on the teams also that find excuses continuously to lack in.
Meanwhile, the owners are swirling vintage wine, sighing about how tight budgets are such a burden. The players aren't fooled, and that's why we're staring down a strike. Not just whispers or backroom grumbles. We're talking signs hoisted high, jerseys off in protest, mics live, a full-blown media blitz. Because honestly, how many times can these athletes pour their hearts out before realizing they're shouting at a wall built of yacht invoices and bloated courtside egos? Stewart's done. The vets are done. The whole locker room's done.
This is going to be bad. This is going to be really bad. And I think I see the viewpoint from Breanna Stewart, but I see the viewpoint from these owners. They haven't made $1 with y'all, and y'all keep asking for more. Let's see what Breanna Stewart had to say about the CBA negotiation. She said, "I'm absolutely frustrated. Anytime you go back and forth, you're not expecting to hear that yes on the first proposal, but you're expecting to have a conversation. They just kind of ignored everything we say." My bad. I'm not supposed to. My bad. Hey, these owners they getting disrespectful out here. They get disrespectful. They just ignore y'all. Oh man, y'all thought Caitlin Clark was gonna save this shit.
The rookies just got here and already need therapy. The message from the top is crystal clear. Sit down, smile, and sell jerseys. Turns out, even selling out arenas doesn't buy you a real voice. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is watching it all unfold, a strike brewing in her rookie year. This isn't what she shattered records for. Europe's calling, endorsements are booming, and she might just follow Liz Cambage's lead and walk. Owners still look baffled. Why are they mad? We gave them matching sweats and better snacks. The delusion is Olympic. This was never about charter flights or fancy buses. It's about players sacrificing bodies and sanity to be treated like professionals, not props in someone else's profit show. Breanna Stewart's done playing along. She's won everywhere else, got paid like a superstar abroad, and she won't smile while the league tries to bargain away basic respect.
So as expected, the WNBA owners gave the players a CBA they're not happy with. As expected, because let's be honest, it is straight up, like, the owners are not just going to go and give the players what they want, especially when right now it has been shown that this league, their growth has been exponential due to
Dart's done being nice. She's got the receipts, the influence, and no patience left. When someone like her sounds the alarm, the fire's already spreading. These players aren't asking for luxury, just fair pay, safe travel, and not being stuffed into coach like raffle winners. The fact that's controversial in 2025 is a joke. Meanwhile, NBA players fly private and feast like kings. The gap isn't just obvious, it's insulting. The WNBA loves to preach empowerment until players demand more than slogans. Then it's all, let's deal with it later. Later's over. The players have fans, leverage, and they're done being mascots for billionaires. If owners think the strike is a bluff, they should probably check their phones.
Sure what the players are expecting. I just hope that they understand that they're at a negotiation table across from sharks. Not minnows, not guppies, not goldfish you flush down the toilet when you forget to feed them for a few days. They're across from sharks. They swim in the waters and they smell blood when it comes to the WNBA Players Association, and they smell blood, especially when they see how they've been treating the only player in the league that draws some moolah. They're like, oh no.
This isn't posturing. It's a lead on the edge. When your stars are ready to walk mid-season, you've lost control. Meanwhile, owners shrug it off as players being dramatic. No. Dramatic is selling out arenas and still flying coach with crying babies. This was supposed to be the WNBA's golden era. Caitlin Clark lit it up, fans showed up, and the league had one job: build on it. Instead, they're fumbling everything. Now it's strike talk, chaos, and players from rookies to vets saying the same thing. Enough. Enough scraps, enough delays, enough being treated like props, while owners post empowerment quotes from luxury retreats.
The new CBA has begun, and according to Satu Sabli, it's not going super well so far. Because she said a lot of information without saying a lot, and it doesn't sound super promising, at least the first offer that the WNBA gave to the Players Association. And so obviously the goal is to continue to work.
Absolutely exponential due to one player and one player only, and that's Caitlin Clark, with league-wide viewership down 55%, which is not great. Which is not great at all, if we're being honest. League-wide viewership being down 50%, 55% with Caitlin Clark gone, is not good in any way. So clearly the players don't have the leverage that they want. Like the players, there's one player that's not in those CBA negotiations. The one player that actually could get some change. And by the way, like I don't think the Indiana Fever are going to do anything to help the rest of the league. I think the Indiana